Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Dear students, how are you? I am Sadaf Vishwa from Department of Physics with Chapter 12, Current Electricity. Before moving further, let me have a view of previous lecture 15. In the previous lecture, we discussed in detail Ohm's law, electrical resistance, factors upon which resistance depends, and specific resistance. After listening to today's lecture, you would be able to understand conductance and conductivity, effect of temperature on resistance, temperature coefficient of resistance, and variation of resistivity with temperature. We are going to discuss all of them. First of all, we come to conductance. Conductance coming from conductors. Conductors allow electric charges to move through them easily. The reciprocal of resistance of a conductor is called conductance. It is symbolically represented by capital G. So, resistance and conductance. If a conductor has resistance R, then its conductance capital G is given by capital G is equal to 1 over R, because I told you these two are reciprocal of each other. The SI unit of conductance is mho. We all know the unit of the SI unit of resistance was ohms. And what is the SI unit of conductance? It is read as mho. M-H-O, mho. In usual practice, Siemens is used as the unit of conductance. It is denoted by the symbol capital S. Conductivity. The reciprocal of resistivity of a conductor is called conductivity. Symbolically, it is represented by sigma. If a conductor has resistivity rho, then its conductivity is given by sigma is equal to 1 over rho. As we know, resistivity is equal to Ra over L. So here we have to take its reciprocal, that is L over Ra. The SI unit of conductance is mho over meter or Siemens per meter, that is Siemens per meter. So these are all very important units of resistance, conductance, resistivity, conductivity. Effect of temperature on resistance. As when we stated Ohm's law, I told you about the physical condition of the system, that was temperature. I is proportional to V, keeping temperature constant, because when there is a change in temperature, there is a change in resistance. The resistance of a material changes with a change in temperature, because we know that temperature is defined as average kinetic energy of molecules. So temperature is more, it means average kinetic energy is more. So the molecules, they collide at greater rate. When they collide at greater rate, then what happens? The hindrance to the flow of electric charges, it definitely increases. The effect of temperature upon resistance varies according to the type of the material, because some materials offer more resistance, some offer less resistance, like conductors. All the conductors, they offer less resistance. All the insulators, they offer more resistance. So it is according to the type of the material. The resistance of pure metal, for example copper, aluminum, increases with the increase of temperature. The resistance of electrolytes, insulators, for example glass, mica, rubber, etc., and semiconductors, for example germanium, silicon, etc., decreases with increase in temperature. Temperature coefficient of resistance. For this purpose, let me consider this conducting wire of length L having two ends A and B. Alright, consider a conductor having resistance R naught at 0 degrees Celsius. As I told you that resistance depends upon temperature. So if temperature is kept at 0 degrees Celsius, then the material offers resistance given by R naught. And when temperature rises to any particular value, generally we call that temperature as T degrees Celsius. It may be 10 degrees Celsius, 40, 50, 60, whatever. So generally we call it as T degrees Celsius, and at this temperature the resistance offered by the conductor is given by R as a subscript T, RT. It has been found that in the normal range of temperature, the increase in resistance, that is RT minus R naught, change in resistance, is directly proportional to initial resistance. Alright, RT minus R naught, it means change in resistance is directly proportional to R naught. What does it mean? Greater the difference, the more would be initial resistance. So it depends upon, greater the initial resistance, more would be the difference in the resistance. Secondly, it is directly proportional to the rise in temperature. Definitely, greater the temperature rise, greater the change in temperature, more would be change in the resistance. So in this way, we combine equation 1 and 2, and what we get, this relation RT minus R naught is proportional to R naught into T. Definitely it is not an equation. In order to convert it into an equation, we have to add a constant, and that constant of proportionality in the light of the article, in the light of the given topic, is known as alpha is a constant, and it is known as temperature coefficient of resistance. Its value depends upon the nature of the material and temperature. By rearranging equation number 3, we eliminate for RT. We shift this minus R naught on the other side. So what comes? Alpha R naught T plus R naught. Alright, then we take R naught common. What would be left inside? 1 plus alpha into T. Let it be equation number 4. Now we eliminate for coefficient of resistance, that is alpha. Alpha is equal to RT minus R naught over R naught into T. Let me call this equation as equation number 5. Alright, temperature coefficient of resistance alpha may be defined as increase in resistance per ohm, original resistance per degree rise in temperature. So we notice over here, that is alpha, change in resistance per degree rise in temperature. What are the units of RT minus R naught? Ohm. Unit of R naught? Ohm. Ohm cancels. What is left behind? Only the unit of temperature, that is SI, unit of temperature, Kelvin. So what would be the unit of alpha? Kelvin inverse. As the resistance of metals, for example copper, aluminum, increases with the increase in temperature, they have positive temperature coefficient of resistance. Coefficient alpha is negative for semiconductors because resistance decreases with the rise in temperature. The resistivity of most materials increases linearly with increasing temperature, just like resistance. So here we discuss the variation of resistivity with temperature. What is the effect of change in temperature on the resistivity of a given material? For this purpose, let me consider equation number 4. So equation number 4 also apply to rho, that is resistivity or specific resistance. At temperature T, the resistivity rho T of a material is given by, so as in the previous topic, in case of resistance at 0 degrees Celsius, I told you the resistance is R naught. Similarly here at 0 degrees Celsius, the resistivity is given as rho naught. Alright, and when temperature rises, it rises to T degrees Celsius, then what would be the resistivity? Rho T. So here rho naught and rho t is giving you the values of the specific resistance at 0 degree Celsius and t degree Celsius. So using these values in previous relation number 4, we get here relation for resistivity, that is rho t is equal to rho naught into 1 plus alpha into t. So eliminating for alpha and for this that would be equal to rho naught plus rho naught into alpha t. So again by taking rho naught common, so alpha, eliminating alpha, what we get, rho t minus rho naught over rho naught into t. We get here equation number 7. For this purpose you have to simplify this relation number 6, where alpha in the above equation 7 is giving you the temperature coefficient of resistivity, and it is defined as a fractional change in resistivity per Kelvin, just in the same way as alpha for the resistance is giving you the fractional change in resistance per Kelvin. Alright, the temperature coefficient of resistivity is positive for metals, but the resistivity of non-metals decreases with the increasing temperature, just like in resistance. At high temperatures, more electrons are shaken loose from the atoms, because I told you earlier, temperature means average kinetic energy. High temperature means molecules start to move, start to shake with higher rate, with higher velocity. That's why in doing so, more electrons are shaken and they are loose from the atoms and become mobile. Hence, the mobility of electrons increase. Hence, the temperature coefficient of resistivity of non-metals is negative. Here is a solved example. Example 12.3. A transmission line made of copper has a resistance of 100 ohms at 0 degrees Celsius. Calculate the change in resistance between summer and winter. Knowing that temperature varies from 35 degrees Celsius to minus 30 degrees Celsius, assuming the temperature coefficient copper to be 0.00427 per degree Celsius at 0 degrees Celsius. First of all, we write down the data given. In the data given, definitely we have to write down what is 100 ohms. 100 ohms is actually R naught, alright. And what is this? This is giving you coefficient of resistance, that is alpha. Alpha is equal to 0.00427 per degree Celsius, alright. And what we have to find, we have to calculate the change in resistance, alright. So change in resistance for summer and winter. For summer, 35 degrees Celsius, winter, minus 30 degrees Celsius, we have to find it. Solution, formula we are going to use, the one we derived right now. RT is equal to R naught into 1 plus alpha T, alright. Now, first of all, for winter, we write down minus 30. So, R minus, instead of T, what we will write down here? Minus 30. So, what comes? R minus 30 is equal to 100 into 1 plus the value of alpha into what? The change in temperature, that is minus 30. Initial temperature was 0. So, here it would be change in temperature would be minus 30. So, putting all the values, what we get? R minus 30, that is for winter. The resistance is given by 87.2 ohms. Now, for summer, we have to write down the same formula. That is RT, and what is T? Minus 35 is equal to 100, 1 plus 0.00427 into the value. So here is positive 35 to remember. Okay. So here also positive 35. It would be 115 ohms because this is summer. It is R positive 35 R positive 35. So after putting these values, subtract them because we have to find the change in resistance. So 115 minus 87.2, what comes? 27.2 ohms. This is giving you the change in resistance. Here is another solved example, that is example 12.4. Calculate the resistance of copper conductor having a length of 2 km and a cross section of 22 millimeter square. Assume the resistivity 18 into 10 to the power minus 9 ohms into meter. So the statement was this. We come to data. First data given. What is this? 2 kilometer is the length. So I write down here. L is equal to 2 kilometer. Kilo stands for 10 raised to the power 3000. So what would be the length? 2000 meter. Alright. And millimeter square, that is the unit of area. So A is equal to 22 millimeter square. So definitely we have to convert millimeter into meters, SI unit, as 1 millimeter is equal to 10 to the power minus 3 meter. So what comes? A is equal to 22 into 10 to the power minus 3 whole square. That gives you 22 into 10 to the power minus 6 meter square. Alright. And what is this? This is rho. That is the resistivity or specific resistance is given by 18 into 10 to the power minus 9 ohms into meter. Alright. And what is required? We have to calculate the resistance. Now we come to the solution. Formula we are going to use here, R is equal to rho L over A. All the values are given using the value of rho, L and A. What comes? R is equal to 1.64 ohms. Thank you, girls.